Hello world, Dave here, you may call me Mowdown Joe. Welcome back to Let's Play Cthulhu Saves the World. I switched up our party from last time to 3 out of 4 of the members of my usual boss killing party. The 4th, well, she'll make, well, I just thought that I needed pause for this battle specifically, for a very specific reason. What? Wow, you are suddenly very protective of Umi. Tear him from limb, Cthulhu! Alright, Shog. Alright, we got a Shoggoth to deal with. Like I said, there's a very specific reason that I brought in pause for this battle, and it's not for Tentacle, although that is a pretty damn handy buff for the two of them. It's not for anything that Sharp can combo with him, although Mirage Attack is actually not bad, and it only gets better with, and since it's combo enhanced instead of like a combo finisher, it gets stronger with each attack, but doesn't reset the combo, so that's really nice. What I brought pause in for was vaccination. It's the only status protection in the game, and that is the majority of Shoggoth's attacks. He'll try to poison you, he'll try to chain stun the entire group. It gets messy fast. With vaccination, this battle becomes a cakewalk. There is nothing you can... There's no way you can just call it done once you stick a vaccination, because he can't poison you, he can't stun you, he can't... I don't even know if there's any other status ailments that slow you. I guess he can't slow you. Once you got that though, you can just like shield him, and like regen all will cover like the majority of any other damage you throw on, and you can throw in a shield him just to make things even easier. Overall, once you got that all done, and once you got all the buffs passed around, all the hit increasing buffs passed around, you can pretty much just physical attack him to death. Even Dacker's pathetic physical attacks will still contribute to the combo meter at least, and then we can finish him off with a reckless charge. Like I said, this boss is nothing once you stick vaccination. But that is the problem though. You need to actually use vaccination. I mean, I've rarely actually used that ability. It's like, this is probably the only boss fight, or the only fight in the game where I would say it's required in any stance, because, well, the status ailments aren't that much of a problem, and it may be the only status protection in the game, but status ailments in general aren't too huge of a problem. We run into them a lot, but they're not debilitating, honestly. I mean, they're not too bad. We can deal with them. And Shoggoth is dead. I could have actually Reckless Charged earlier. I can never figure out how much more damage Reckless Charge will do. Anyway, yeah, I think that at this level is a good level to pick up Taunt for Cthulhu. He's getting sturdy enough that Taunt will actually be useful, unlike before where I was worried about him taking all the aggro. And both of the abilities that Umi gets at level 25 are actually pretty good. I would honestly... Thor's Call would boost the strength of her status stuns will double the strength of her status stuns, the damage that her status stuns do, but Electric Strike does deal more damage to either of them. It's really, you can go either way, honestly. But, and yeah, status for Sharp. October just gets stat ups. Pause, however, gets an option between Hide and Hit Up. Easy choice, always Hit Up. Unless they're not built for dealing physical damage, Hit Up is the way to go. It just adds so much damage now. So let's pass around the healing water. Yay! Everyone's healed. Well, your narrator of this game is pretty much God. In fact, that actually becomes like a major plot point for the alternate playthrough mode that I found. Aww. See, this actual character development. It's like I actually kind of happy about. It's one thing that I like this game over Breath of Death. It's like the love interest just pretty much. Yeah, I honestly don't care too much about romance in games, but when it's done poorly, I just don't care. I don't care at all. I mean, and that's actually pretty easy to do poorly. I'll admit. It's hard to... Relationships are hard, in general, whether you're trying to fake them in a video game or just with real people. Anyway, let's head to port. Yeah, they kind of They don't let you enter any of the buildings here, even before you cure everyone in town, which is strange, but I don't know why. I guess they just never actually bothered to make interiors for the buildings, and they were on a tight schedule. They were on a schedule. I don't know. It's kind of weird when indie developers actually hold themselves to a schedule, and yet at the same time I feel that they shouldn't announce release dates, and so that way just release the game when... I mean, you do want to build hype, but I don't know. I'm in a weird place with this. It's a subject that I really gotta think about. Anyway, we got some new enemies to deal with. Goblin Elder and Miss Python. I guess some of the Miss Pythons are stronger versions of a Miss Snake we found back in that creepy forest, but Goblin Elders are pretty new. These guys will all still fall relatively easily, but they're all weak compared to most of the enemies we can find later on. Wow, look at the damage of Dark Strike there. Holy cow, too bad we won't be seeing it do that much damage for much long. We could head to that little through the mountain range on the right-hand side, but let's head into town. I want to see... I figure someone in town is going to tell us what we're going to be doing next time. And that mountain range actually takes us to a bonus dungeon. Not too sure if I want to go there yet. Oh, you don't want to stop the volcano from erupting? I mean, I thought it was actually possible to stop volcanoes from erupting. But if you'd rather slay a dragon, that's cool too. But anyway, like I said, I don't know if I want to go to that bonus dungeon yet. The enemies there are... well, we're the right level for them, but the boss is something else. It's a tricky boss, to say. I actually burned through all my 1-ups in my first playthrough there, so yeah, that should tell you something. So, let me see. An Alphabet of Destruction. Apocalypse. I can't think of anything else. I can't think of... I'm not very verbose, I guess. But one nice thing about this town is that the fact that they had a creative layout for the end. I gotta give them that much at least. But let's check out the shop. Yeah, we'll check that chest later. But anyway, most of the stuff in here is actually pretty damn useful. I'm not too sure. There's probably only weapon-wise. I'd probably end up picking up everything in here, even the fire blade, even if we are going to be heading into a volcano. Actually, yeah, come to think of it, maybe not. Maybe we won't sell... maybe the fire blade won't be super useful in the volcano, but then again, I only use sharp for boss battles anyway, so... the only thing I wouldn't pick up in this shop is the hot dress. I mean, compared to... the hot dress provides about as much protection as the swim dress, but... it takes away that nice little water boost, so, yeah. Umi's going to be a lot more helpful in the next dungeon, I will say that much. But other than that, we got the Gem Hilt, we got Windy Tomb, Rainbow Road, Power Tunic, all great items to pick up. This is going to be a shop where you're going to be spending a lot of money. But you're still not going to be bankrupting yourself anytime soon. Jeez. It's like they really want you to save up for that damn rainbow dress in the very first town. Anyway, 3 potions in that chest, nothing fancy. You know, I would like it if... this game actually kind of does away with an inventory, which is, you know, not bad. I actually give them credit for that. That's, inventory management's always kind of a pain. You still have to buy and sell your equipment, but, you can't get rid of everything. But, would have been nice if you had some kind of, MP restoring item to use. I shot a man in Reno, him and all his succubi. No, wait. I don't know where I got that one from. Yeah, and I thought it wasn't the volcano that was gonna kill everyone, it was a dragon in there. Jeez, you know, I would expect that line from the protagonist of Breath of Death, not from Cthulhu. Although it is still kind of... although, I would actually expect him to say that he's under control. But anyway, I guess that wraps up this episode. I'm just going to go ahead and buy all our equipment that we need off camera. Until then, I'm Dave. Remember, don't shoot men in Reno, because then you're gonna fry. by the police. Take care, everybody.